And welcome back to another edition of the Tip of the Spear with your Missoula County Commissioners. I'm Commissioner Dave Strohmeyer. Joining me today are Commissioners Juanita Vero and Commissioner Josh Slotnick. And Josh, we have a special guest with us today.
Thanks a lot, Dave. It's our honor to introduce to everybody Jamar Galbreath. Jamar is our Equity Coordinator. And we've invited Jamar here today because, as you may know, we have a public hearing open right now on a JEDI resolution. JEDI is J-E-D-I. And there's a lot of questions about that. So we invited Jamar to give us some explanation, some background. So would you mind breaking down what JEDI is to start?
Sure, absolutely. And thank you all so much for having me, and I appreciate the work that you do for our communities. JEDI stands for Justice, Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion.
So you're going to help us bring JEDI into our workplace at the county, and why now, and why do we need to do this resolution with the city now?
Oh, well, I think that there are a couple of things that are happening there, and part of it is understanding that, one, that this work is engaged within communities, and so the organization, Missoula County as an organization, is a community that has specific needs, strategies, and goals that we're looking to achieve as an organization. And so the work that we have coming out of the resolution, the city and county resolution, really reflects the community engagement portion. And with that, it's really important because local government has a responsibility to our citizens. We have a responsibility to help dismantle barriers of inequitable opportunities.
So some great background on JEDI and great background on the why. What are the specifics of this resolution? What literally will change because of this?
We're looking to document it, put it on paper, and then illustrate that we're dedicating resources to these. This serves the sort of resolution, serves as a sort of aligning document for us, recognizing the role of the city, recognizing the role of the county as local government entities to support this work, to support the work that's being done, and also to dedicate resources to helping to understand what our issues look like, so that we can better define them, so that we can respond to those before they become larger challenges.
Will we be establishing some metrics so we can tell if we're improving?
That's certainly one of the things that we're looking to do. So the JEDI resolution itself is for the city and the county, and as part of that, one of the things that we'll be working to develop is a JEDI advisory board. And then if we pivot a little bit, so we've been talking a little bit about the community engagement component of it. I do want to give a little bit of attention to the sort of internal process of Missoula County as an organization. Certain things that we can look at are hiring practices. We can look at things like housing. We can look at we can examine the ways in which our businesses are operate, who owns our businesses. An example of that is disadvantaged business enterprise that we recently adopted a resolution on. And so we are showing that that's part of the action, but we also need to better understand it. And so as part of that resolution, we are engaging in developing a study to identify what those barriers look like in our community.
Great.
Something you mentioned earlier, I just want to come back to. When folks hear the word equity, oftentimes they might immediately gravitate towards racial inequities. And what you're talking about, and I think what we're interested in addressing, goes beyond that. JEDI has a socioeconomic aspect. It speaks to class, other inequities in our society. Do you want to talk a little bit about that? Because as important as race is to these discussions, that's not the totality of what it is that we're about here.
Certainly. I think that, and I will say that race is certainly a large component of it, as is education, as is class. And so I think it's really important for people to understand that when we talk about diversity, we talk about all of the different things that encompass who we are. These can be our race, this is our ethnicity, this can be where we're from. It's important for this work to be reflective of our communities as well. And in our communities, economics is a really large issue. issue. There's a really large class divide within our communities, and so as we look to bridge those gaps, we need to be able to help draw sort of lines of commonality between these experiences, so that we're able to better understand how they look, understand how they operate, and adapt solutions that are reflective of those.
Opportunity, equity, they're not there in the way that we would all like to be. And as you pointed out, Jamar, some of these things outpace us in terms of time by many, many generations. We're not responsible for creating them, but we are responsible for perpetuating them unless we make some changes, and hopefully this resolution will set us on that course.